XconMedia.
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to XconMedia, and from setbacks to success. We appreciate you tapping it in. What's going on with you, man? You good?
Oh man, I'm doing lovely, brother. Doing lovely here in OKC, representing, man. Got my mind on the ATL. All my people are there now. Got a lot. Oh man, it's just so much going on. So many good things going on at that, man. Ain't God, man. God is good, man. That's how I got to start today. Man. God is good, man. Nothing but blessings. Blessings on top of blessings count, brother.
On top of blessings, yeah.
What's good your way, man? What's happening? You all right? Everything good on your end?
Over here, man. You know, same thing over here, making it do what it do, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get these folks to save us from the truckers. You know, my primary job is I just want to do YouTube. I just want to talk to y'all. Y'all can help me with a like, follow, share, comment, and all that good stuff, man. And also slide over to my man from setbacks to success. Give him a follow on his page as well and all his channels, and see what he's talking about, because he got a lot of stuff, a lot of good information to get out to you.
Yeah, bro. You active, man. You active for sure, man. And I see your numbers going up, man. You almost at 20K right now, right?
Almost, man. Like 196 away, man.
Oh, 20K subscribers, man. In advance, man. I'm giving you a big shout out, but we definitely gonna do something big when you cross that milestone, man. Because you've been putting in the work, man. You've been putting in that work.
Well, I had put it down for a minute, man, but I'm just not picking it back up. I picked it up, and I'm gonna keep it up now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I will say this, man. I appreciate you, brother, because you inspired me to get back in the game. Because I had dropped it for a while as well, man. And it's because of you that I'm getting back. My mind is getting back locked into it. I haven't really started putting my own content together, but the thoughts are starting to formulate again, man. Because and I think that's so important, man. You think, you know, we're supposed to be doing a lot of these things on our own and by ourselves, and you know, a lot of us can be lone wolfish to a certain degree, but that's truly not the case, man. That is not the recipe for success. You need to find good people, man, to get together with, lock up with, join up with, man, so you can both, you know, motivate, inspire each other, and make your dreams and your goals in business and life a reality. No doubt.
So, man, and don't be afraid to share that information. A lot of people just want to get that information, and you just want to hold on to it. You don't want nobody else knowing about this information. Man, let that information go. It don't affect your money. You know what I'm saying? You stepped to me without even knowing it, bro. I pay you to blah 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 blah. I said, nah, man. I mess with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel the vibe and everything. I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you put it up higher than I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're gonna look back and you're gonna remember it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. But you know, from the title, we talking about these big you.
Big
you. He is the founder. And if I'm misquoting it, you know, he the founder of something. He the head of the Crips, the Rolling
60s. Know about him a lot, man.
Top dog. It gets no higher than that. He the one that started it a long time ago. Big U is 58 years old, and from what I was reading and seeing, that he's got a lot of successful businesses given to the community and everything. However, he is still in the life. So we think, you know, the feds picked him up. But before we get to that, we're gonna get the Big U. We got breaking news, man.
Breaking news.
I'm talking about, this is fresh and hot off the press. Yellow Beezy has been charged with capital murder for the 2020 death of artist Mo 3 in Dallas, Texas.
Whoa. Like literally, this just hit. Yeah, 30 minutes ago, man. Yeah, this is fresh, man. Yeah.
Super fresh.
Yeah. I will say, man, now I can't even speak on. I'm not even super familiar. I've heard the guy's name. This is not, part of my generation as far as, but yeah.
Shout out to Say Cheese. Keep doing your thing. Say Cheese TV, Shout out. He doing this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that is Yellow Beezy been charged. Like, this is fresh. I'm talking about the indictment and all, man. That's crazy, man.
That's
Listen,
official.
man.
Yeah.
These folks, man, when they will watch you for years, they will lay in the bushes on you for years. You've been and forgot about what the hell you did. And then pop, indictment. Where was you on such and such in 2017? Where was you? You don't even know. 2017 was a very long time ago. That was a
8
long
years.
time
Yeah.
ago, man. So,
No doubt.
you know what I'm saying? When them feds come, and I don't have any any federal type deals, I've only done state of Georgia time. You know more than I do, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the federal system, man. So
yeah.
You want to give us a little bit of that?
Well, I would say with any of these charges, man, ain't none of them ever good. Not a single one of them. That, and I don't even know why people, try to project it in a certain way that it is good, man. I remember spending, time leaving out of prison and being in the halfway house and hearing guys who that close to being home, and them to have comments like, I'm not effed up about stuff, my paperwork's straight, I don't mind going back to prison, I ain't tripping, I'm good. And it's a mentality that I couldn't really completely connect with, because most of the people that even I associated in prison, wanted to be free. I mean, who wants to be, in that type of environment, essentially buried alive? So, I don't connect with anyone who's okay with, have the idea of, losing their even if you don't have a life out here for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't have kids or you don't have, no property that you own or nothing like that. Just the idea, your freedom alone is priceless to me.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Don't understand. Listen, man, it took me 16 years to figure out how priceless freedom is, man.
Yeah.
January 16th, 2014, and boy, I ain't looked back. Ain't been close to throwing a rock to the chain gang, man. I don't know why these cats be so interested in running back, like crashing out and throwing everything away for what? I don't know. I still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they throwing it away for. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know what I'm saying? You like it, I love it though.
Yeah. I never been able to quite get to that point, man. So so anyway, man, tough to hear. But I mean, obviously a life was lost, or and there's got to be some accountability behind that action. If indeed these, he indeed had,
innocent until proven guilty,
but he's innocent, yeah.
But I'm not too optimistic when it comes to the federal system, because that conviction rate is pretty damn high. They just believe in not letting you get away. You know what I'm saying? If you beat the charges, they coming with something else. Well, where was you in March in 2015? You know what I'm saying? You don't know, don't even remember. You know what I'm saying?
And it's and I'm glad you spoke on that way, on those terms, because it is a dirty rig system. It is designed, once you're caught in it, it is designed for you to not get out of it, and that's not under the idea that, you know, they project it as justice. When you go through an indictment and you see how all the things that they do to, you know, create and justify their case, they will turn anybody against you, uh, and those people will say anything that they can say or can make up to say to try to, you know, get themselves out of their situation if it's tied directly to you. And it is, and they incentivize it. You know, you say this, you say that, you know, we're gonna give you this off your time, you know. And so it's just because, you know, why would you do that if the truth is just the truth, you know? But anyway, man, you know, it is a corrupt system to begin with. In my humble opinion, are there real criminals? I mean, is there a real injustice out there? Yes, but this system, man, it is, bro. Yeah, it's what I pray for the people who ever find themselves in those positions, because those who have been there, they understand what it is, and yeah, it's complete garbage. Yeah, it's trash, bro. Anyway, that's just my take.
Yeah, it's a system that's hard to get out, man. So I don't even know why these young cats want to play it. And it's always the ones that's really mostly playing this game is the ones that ain't never really been in trouble. Like the rap game and music and the life, you know, things like BMF series and all kind of stuff. It glamorizes all this crime and street stuff, man. So people be so mesmerized by it now. Some of y'all go in for a month, 2 day, 3 day, whatever. Some of y'all that get that car pulling up on y'all, man, to come put them charges down, man. Some of y'all ain't never getting out, but y'all don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy, man. And one more statement of that, man, particularly as it concerns the feds, man. When you get in there and you just see how much time is given for some of these charges, man. You know, a lot of the guys, when I went in, they were, you know, under these old crack laws, and, you know, first time offenders, man, given 25, 30-year pieces, man. And you like, oh, there's got to be some bodies. There's got to be somebody that, you know, lost their life or lives behind it. And there's no bodies. You know, there's just a little bit of work, you know, and it's just, man, it's tragic, man. Just, you know, how lives are, again, being buried alive for years, you know.
That's basically, and listen, man, well, a lot of people don't understand. I don't care how much that girl says she love you, boy. I don't care how much she said she was gonna ride with you through your time. Your time, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about that, boy. All them people gonna forget about you, boy. They gonna forget about you. They gonna forget about you.
Kids won't know you. They don't have no memories of you, nothing. Yeah,
man. So I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. Y'all just, you know, when y'all come to our channel, man, we just trying to let y'all know, hey, it's a better way, man. You better think before you act, because hey, some of y'all ain't gonna make it out. And just because the judge hit you with a 1 year sentence, you might get lucky and get a 1 year sentence. You still got to get through that 1 year, because you're not gonna do time with the people that just got 1 year like you. You going around do that time with folks with life. You know what I'm saying? Some of them cats want to wake up and make somebody miserable. You know what I'm saying? And once they lock in, they're gonna stay locked in, man, till somebody gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not willing, for sure, if you not willing to stand up for your manhood, because I'm telling you now, you can either fold or you know what it is. I ain't gotta say it. Yeah, because you know some cats gonna get on you and they not getting off until they get what they want, or you prove a point. They gonna make you prove that point. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just you know, I'm really talking to these young cats, man. Stay out of prison, man.
Stay out of prison.
The
No
streets,
doubt.
Your personal homeboy, he gonna tell on you. He gonna tell on you to save yourself, because he want to go home to his girl. Get what? He gonna tell him about stuff that the police didn't even know about. He gonna tell him. He gonna volunteer information. You know what I'm saying? The last of the breed. See, the last of the people that ain't gonna say nothing. And I got a few of them in the chat with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I did time with these dudes, you know what I'm saying? We did time together. It's two of them in the chat right now. We did time together. We went and took our charge together. I know for a fact Chris Moore was on the case with a dude that they wanted to nail to the cross. Boy, Chris took his time and went on down the road, boy. Yeah, I know this for a fact. You know what I'm saying? He know about my case. I know about his. Tez was in the joint with me. He did 16 to the dope. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing like a G. Came on out, successful artist up there in New York. He got new music dropping. Hey, Nate.
Yeah, yo, what's up, Nate? What's up, everybody? Yeah, it was appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
dropping in. Yeah, saying what's up.
We just talking about these old crash dummies out here. These old crash dummies like Yellow Beezy, you know, innocent till proven guilty, because you know, but hey, it's 2025. And 5 years later, them folks done spent the block. And if they didn't indicted you, if they didn't pick you up, oh, they got something. Oh, they got some witnesses that you didn't forgot about gonna march in that courtroom to come testify on you. They got something. You know what I'm saying? Cell phone records, fingerprints, some type of DNA. They got something, because a lot of times you clowns, y'all go to do y'all thing and y'all taking y'all phones with y'all, man, and that's how y'all getting caught, by your own phone. So ain't nobody really telling on you, telling on yourself, really. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I do got a video about Big U, back on the Big U topic.
Yeah, man, we got a lot, bro, man. We got a lot tonight, man, because you got this other one about, you just sent it to me. The DOJ is looking to get more people with felonies, their guns, the right to purchase their guns. We on some.
See, that's what I keep telling people, man. Y'all might not like Trump. Y'all might like be Trump doing this, he doing that, he doing that. Man, Trump putting in work, man. We got the people is the people voted him in for a specific reason, and he doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then like Ted say, Wack 100 did that, but I don't know. I think he kind of did it to himself. I don't know. You know, I think he kind of did it to himself. But yeah, the DOJ, cause see what it was back on the firearms topic.
Yeah,
used to could petition to the ATL to get your gun rights back, but some kind of way it stopped in 1992.
Okay.
And they never put anything back into place to try to do it. So now what Pam Bondi is putting in place, who was put in place by Donald Trump, the one that nobody want in there, you know what I'm saying? Now they finna try to come up with another avenue so you can get your rights through the federal system. So yeah, man. So when
no doubt. And that's a step forward, but I think all of us who've had a felony in our jacket, man, we need to get back to the restoration of all rights across the board as soon as you step out of. I mean, it should just be a part of the system.
It should be like that. Because again, when you done served your time, you done paid your debt to society, it's supposed to be over. All right. You're essentially sentencing everybody that has been convicted to a life sentence, because you got this crime that's gonna follow you. You can't get a job, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't protect yourself. You might have turned your life around. Why you can't protect yourself with a firearm? If they trusting you to be out here, they should be trusting you to do everything that an American do. If you mess that up, go back to the thing you going. Every time you go, make it get worse every time you go until you come out of old man. You ain't got no energy to do nothing else because you old now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that they go in, get out, they change their life, but they records be holding them back. That's crazy to me. And if we talking in a constitutional sense, the 8th Amendment is against cruel and unusual punishment, to sentence people to a lifetime of a messed up life they gotta change this. I got a feeling it's gonna change in the next 4 years. It got to change. Hey,
No
Donald
doubt.
Trump, I'm coming to see you.
Yeah.
I'm coming to see you because I can get this thing together now.
No doubt. And back on message, like you said, real criminals don't need no license to get a gun. So you're not going to keep guns out of people's hands who want to get them. Point blank, period. So if a person wants to go the legal route and get it, I mean, like I said, I mean, there are people who do things who don't have a record. So you're not making America safer one way or the other. That's just a false narrative and reality that's being painted in people's minds, that if you prevent someone who's done 15, 16, 20 years in prison the right to get his gun, that somehow our communities are and our nation is safer. That is a outright stone cold lie. It's not the truth. So yeah. You're not gonna just be safe just because of that. And so the idea behind the legislation, man, it needs to just change again across the board. All rights restored once you release from prison. You have paid your debt to society. Now you have the ability to do the reset and start over. So anyway, we can move on from that, brother. But yeah, hopefully y'all in the chat, anybody on point with that? Let's see.
Yeah, for sure. We listen, we're gonna keep screaming it until they hear us, man. Like, once you pay your debt to society, it's over with. And see, if you eliminate the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, now you're easing some of the pressure of the prison system itself, because you got a lot of cats go to jail just for that. They wasn't committing no other crime. They just got caught with a firearm. It shouldn't be like that.
Shouldn't like that.
That's got to stop.
That's
got to stop. My man Tez, he already got his firearms rights back. He already got them back. So
that's what's up. Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
Yeah. When we do that restoration, when we get on that topic and stay on that topic, we're gonna get him in here, and plus he got some music to promote for sure.
And I got a play for you on that one too, man. I put something together, man. Some special sauce for that one too. So we'll get to that. Yeah, because we entrepreneurs up in this piece too now. Yeah. We ain't just driving trucks, y'all.
Yeah, we're not just driving. Listen, I keep telling y'all, I'm not a truck driver. I am a businessman that just so happened to know how to drive trucks. That's what I do. Everything. I'm trying to tell you, I do a little bit of everything for sure.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of y'all out there, a lot of us out there, which to say, man, who think the same way. I think maybe some of the older guys just thought themselves just as truck drivers, but I think from our generation on down, man, they're looking at it a little different, man. I'm on some other stuff. My mind it stays on other things. I just so happen to drive a truck right now, but
that's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Could get what? It's better to do that than return to the street. Like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. No. Yeah, let me get this.
All right.
This big video I had seen. Hopefully I could
pull that up.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, this is a big U video. This is like the second to last video.
Oh man, that's a good comment, Mr. Manners. Mr. Manners, appreciate you for the comment there, man. That's what's up. I agree.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Wack. Wack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI.
Listen, man, I'm tired. What I'm tired of is every time you do something, you want to pull the black card. It's not the black card. The white man is not making y'all do what y'all do, allegedly. Because I'm gonna say allegedly. The white man is not. I'm sick on pulling the race card. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of it, dog. Like, it's not the white man, it's you. When I went up in that courtroom with that charge that I did, I got found guilty. I did that. I did all that. The time that I got, was it excessive? Was it excessive? Absolutely was excessive. However, I put myself in that situation. It's time for black people, especially, to take accountability for what y'all doing.
Yeah.
These white folk, if these white folk give you 100 years, they didn't go out there and make you do what you did for them to be able to put that fire on your ass. That's the bottom line, you know. So, man, the black.
Man, you kind of jumped into something, and when you said that being holding yourself accountable for your actions, and you know, that is that's a deep statement, man, because you know it's not easy to do that. You know, it is not easy when you've built your mind and constructed your level of morality and principles a certain way. It is very tough to, you know, truly look at yourself and say, you know, I was wrong. You know what I mean? I was truly wrong. You know, it ain't about fighting no case. It ain't about, you know, not doing no time. I was wrong. But you also combine that when you said that with, yes, I was over sentenced. And that's the real issue that I have with what I see with what's going on in our justice system, in a lot of regards, because it's one thing to say you're wrong, but it's another thing to say to be handled in such a way that you lose, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 30, 35 years behind one act that you did, you know, at a stage and point of your life where, you know, you just didn't know really, you know, you probably knew it was wrong, but you didn't know all the consequences, the weight of the consequences that came with it. I think probably you may have learned your lesson. Well, let me ask you, let me not assume. At what point in your sentence do you believe that you kind of said, you know, I get what this is about, and I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I'm not gonna be putting myself in these situations. Because that's the mentality that you have now. When did that lock in for you?
It didn't lock in right away. I ain't gonna lie, because I wasn't doing anything. I don't believe that if I would have got out in 5 years instead of 16, I don't believe that I still, you know, would have went in the street and did the stupid thing that I did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just don't think that my mind was completely right until maybe 6 years in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
6 years in. In that time period, I lost my grandfather, grandmother. I lost before that sentence, I was arrested. I lost a brother while I was incarcerated. I lost my father while I was incarcerated.
Losing them loved ones will change, boy. While you, oh man, it's tough.
It'll break you up.
It'll break you up. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, and then I was seeing that I'm wasting my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like I never really fit into the prison system the entire time I was in there. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, this ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was pretty early. I don't even know if it took 6 years, because I started taking educational classes like almost immediately, maybe 2 years in. You know what I'm saying? And once I start taking them educational classes, then my mindset start changing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it might have been 2 or 3 before I was like, you know what, this ain't me.
This ain't it. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, it it's that part of the equation, man. It just, and a lot of first time offenders, I mean, there's just a lot that goes into that. But man, yeah, it's the over sentencing in my case that's one of the biggest problems I have with what's going on, man.
And like Chris said, you don't mind taking accountability, but that guy that you don't know this dude.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on with this dude that you with, that's your brother, until them folks say, you going in for 30 years, right? You know what I'm saying? You might as well tell us, because he done told us everything. They're gonna play a game with both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Till they get both of y'all to talk. Listen, and this Big U situation, he really sinking himself, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you get on Instagram, you on your way to the police station to turn yourself in. You are the rolling 60. You supposed to be the face of street shit. You know what I'm saying? And you talking, the lawyer I heard a lawyer say most guys get convicted in the first couple of minutes or hours because they didn't talk to the police, and that's what gets you. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make a post for I got a post somewhere on my channel, down my channel. I showed the transcript of what I said when I was in police interrogation, you know what I'm saying, which was still just a little bit too much, because I told the police I'm not saying nothing. I done got out of stuff before I get out of this. I said that. Take me back. I ain't got nothing else to say. I showed the transcript. You know what I'm saying? I made a video showing the transcript. You know what I'm saying? And they played that against me in court. You know what I'm saying? That still was too much because they wanted me to give away the other guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I'm going to do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? So,
he's got to,
got to shut up. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to talking to police, because that's where you lose your case at in the beginning most of the time. And a lot of them don't even realize it.
Yeah, just to read, man, some of this stuff, man, he's got a lot facing that he's going to be looking at. They haven't, I don't know if they've officially indicted him, but they said Henley, Big U, is accused of organizing criminal activity, including extortion, robbery, trafficking, exploiting sex workers, fraud, illegal gambling. They said he's also suspected of submitting a fraudulent application for a COVID-19 pandemic relief loan for his music. That looks like unique music. So yeah, that was a lot of federal charges. Yeah,
I think he got a body in there too, because I
really?
know a couple of days ago, they said the little young guy that got killed had Big U DNA under his fingernails. Now I don't know, that's unconfirmed. I don't know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what started the bowling ball effect. Oh, and by the way, not only are you 58 years old,
oh man,
you're the leader of the Crips, you supposed to been in, turned that thing around, you know what I'm saying, and turned it into a positive thing. He has a son that plays for the Los Angeles Chargers. Like, you still doing this street shit.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? You still in the streets, and you done pretty much made it out. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to do this. You could have turned the Crips into something positive, but you still want to live the street shit and wonder why the folks come get you, and then you tell on yourself on the way to the
yeah.
But these dudes, listen, the streets is dead, man. If the top dog can't shut up, boy, what? I'm trying to figure out if y'all think y'all got a chance out there, man. The top dog can't shut up. You ain't got a chance. You ain't got no win out there, man. The streets dead, boy. Y'all better wake up.
Yeah, 58, man. That's not when you want to start doing time. Not to say that there's any great time to start doing it, but
we just talked about that last week.
We did.
Like, when would you rather go in, young or old? Boy, you don't want to be old going in the joint. Boy, them young cats in there ready to eat your face off. You know what I'm saying? I listen. I'm not. I'm too old to fight now. I
Yeah,
fought while I
yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
I'm too
yeah,
old to fight. I can't
yeah.
break. I
Yeah,
can't.
he'll be good though. You know, I mean, he ain't gonna have no problems. He definitely ain't gonna have no problems. His standing on these streets in prison. But again, man, you know, it's just like I said, going back to the original point. Your freedom is priceless. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
there ain't
priceless.
nothing about. Yeah. That's a sick
Boy,
feeling, man. To know that you looking at 40. 50, how 30, I don't care how many years. We'll just call it 15 for him. Although this ain't gonna stack up to no 15 years, but if just call it 15, you get out when you 74 or something like that, man. 73. That ain't that ain't, you know,
listen, man,
that'll tear you up.
You been free.
Yeah.
Then you know what I'm saying. You go in there, count time. Get up, stand by for inspection. You know what I'm saying? Cough
Shaking down yourself.
Spread your motherfucking cheek, lift your balls up. You know what I'm saying? You a grown ass man, and you got to spread your motherfucking cheeks for another grown ass man. Boy, y'all better wake up, boy. Y'all better wake up, boy. Who the hell? I can't understand how y'all motherfuckers going in and out of prison. I don't understand it, boy. That one time, that 1-2 minute mistake cost me 16 years to get out, boy.
Yeah.
2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes. They mowed like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, y'all got to wake up, man. You got to wake up.
Yeah. Like I said, ain't no winners here, man. Ain't no winners. You know, nothing but losses all across the board, man. And prayers up to all the families involved. Like I said, I don't, like seeing bad things happen to anybody out here out here. But things do, and it's all sad and unfortunate. Unfortunately, yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's good shit, boy. Tough, two tough ones, man. Capital murder and a stack of damn bad charges. Whew.
You got all that money, and I understand what it is to be broke and go into prison, but boy, you go into prison with a whole lot of money, but you get what you can spend, $60 a week, just like me. You can't get but the store limit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have your cellies your locker filled up, and a couple other people,
And you better be somebody. You better be respected, because they gonna have you in there extorting you, call your mama, call and tell her you about to die if you don't send my people $500 right now. Yeah, man, it's different in here. That's how they playing in Fulton County Jail, man. It's different now. It ain't like it was when we came through. It's different now. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. I don't get it, but yeah, I'm gonna get out your way. If you get famous enough, I'm gonna talk about you on the channel. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep on running in there, that's on you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What you got next?
Oh, well, going back, man, I wanted to talk about my week, man. Since I've had a great week, man, in a lot of different ways. As you still in the, you still in the truck you're in process of transit, moving out.
But all the YouTube universe, all my people out here finna help. They finna help.
No doubt. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this, man. Just take the link from this episode, man, and pass it. Drop it in the group you in. Yeah.
If I was on here fighting, if I was putting the hands on you, you know what I'm saying, and fighting somebody, it'll have 100,000 views. I'm talking something positive, so you can pass to your kids or your brothers and cousins and stuff like that. Pass this information on. We trying to. If I say one person, that might be the person to save 3 million people.
Amen. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Share it out. Yeah. So So going into my week, man, I being outside of the truck, and I've been telling you, I've been in the stock market. Real quick update on stock market. Seems like, the trend down has quieted. It's really no real action right there. So it really hadn't been any plays to be made up or down, as far as trading, as far as the things, the stocks that I watch. So not a lot of activity there, but there's been activity on the business front. I've started some businesses that I've had, and really since I've been out of the truck, I've been able to have more time to get those things done. And as you know, when as truck drivers, a lot of our time is just locked up, man. Faces behind those windshields and hands on them steering wheels. There's just not the time to do a lot of things or get a lot of things done. So with one of the businesses, I've been helping truck drivers in particular right now, work on getting their trucking company started, helping them as far as setting up their, the LLCs, the EIN numbers, their websites, logos, business checking accounts, and for certain clients who, been already established, they've been asking my assistance to help them in getting certain certifications, like with the SBA. They have women-owned businesses certifications. They have these certifications for being for the women-owned businesses, and the veterans certifications. And then there's another certification with the Department of Transportation that'll allow businesses to start, doing business directly with the state on these, big contracts, constructing highways. And that one's called the DBE certification, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. So I wanted to put that out there because this has been, kind of how I've been, making some money to keep, things kind of going on around with me. But it's a great opportunity, put a lot of people, put a lot of us and people that I know, start getting us put in position to level up and get to these next levels, as far as not just being company drivers, but actually being owners who have contracts that do real business, with the government, with the state, to build these trucking companies. So man, yeah, that's been exciting, man. That's been super exciting, man, to do that, man. So, yeah,
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
People need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris saying, man. When you working for somebody else, it's paying you just enough money to forget your mission.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's paying enough money to forget what you got to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people is worrying about, okay, well, Trump cutting this and he doing that and stuff like that. Make yourself recession proof.
That's right.
You got 24. We got the same 24 hours. Everybody got the same. Your 24 ain't shorter than my 24.
That's right.
You got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the resilient things that's one of the good things that come out of being incarcerated, because while you behind them balls, that change coming like that. You got to go with the change just like that. So what? You lost your job. God damn it, go get another one.
That's
go
right.
Take the trade up.
Yeah.
You got a lot of free courses on Coursera, edX. I'm on Coursera now, taking up the damn thing. I'm eating it up.
Eating it.
All kind of classes, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting this education all the way up, man. So it's on the individual. And like Pam Wiggins said, that was the last warden I was under. Pam, I'm looking for you because I gotta thank you. Pam Wiggins said, I can't want it for you worse than you want it for yourself. And that seeped into my soul when she said that.
Yeah, man. And so and I think you're a perfect example of, because there's two things, and that was really how I was feeling when I started the episode, and why I titled it on my end. The episode is using your creativity to create your opportunity and your next opportunities.
Correct.
And I think that we have, going back to what you were saying about the jobs, a lot of times the time that we spend in our jobs can be, you know, it can, in certain cases, can create such a big drain that you don't have the level of creativity or time that you would need to allow your creativity to create your next opportunities. Now, I know for you, you're doing your job, you're doing the podcast, you know, you're taking courses, you're doing all these things to level up. And so you're not allowing that to be a burden to keep you, you know, to kind of move forward. But I have to say, man, you know, where I've been right now, being able to have full time right now to exercise my creativity, it is just, it's like going nuts, man. I mean, and then when you combine that, and this is just, you know, and free game for anybody who's not on it, AI and creativity right now gets, just think, if you think of your creativity as a 1 multiplier. You put AI into it, man, that thing goes to 50, man. I mean, you're timesing that by 50 for sure, man. And all you got to do, and it's not that hard to learn if you're not using it right now. But sites like ChatGPT, you know, DeepSeek. DeepSeek is free. You know, there's a free version of ChatGPT. If you're not using it, start using it. Now, it will only give you a limited amount of search or usage with the ChatGPT free version. It's not unlimited, but it'll get you started on the things that use them all. Yeah.
It's listen, it's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's so many of them. You got Gronk, DC, Claude, Chat, Gemini. It's a whole bunch of them. I use them all. And look what I got that folder title, The Answer. The Answer. When I need to know something, I don't even Google it no more. And I keep telling people, I done told a few people this in the last month or two. AI is here to stay.
Yeah.
Don't be like your granddaddy that still got that flip phone and he don't want text. You know what I'm saying? He still got a flip phone. He don't want to upgrade. You got to move with what's going on. And the people that jump in front of AI right now and learn it, that's going to be the people that get successful. I'm
no
telling
doubt.
you.
For sure. Absolutely.
The Google Essentials AI course took it. Took it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't long, but it's going you know, explain the different scenarios and the large, you know, explain to you what large language model is and stuff. Learn this AI, people. If you trying to get ahead, learn the AI. The AI gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. Let's go.
Anybody in the chat using AI for any of your projects, and if so, what you using it for? But while they're answering that, I want to ask you, G, what on your use of AI. Now, I've used ChatGPT, I've used DeepSeek, I've started using Gemini a little bit this week. It's pretty dope. I only did a couple of things with it, so I don't know everything about it, but it kicked out some stuff really quick, man. And it felt like it was kicking out some stuff that just was a little bit different than DeepSeek or ChatGPT. But with you having Grok and all the other AIs, what is your experience with them? Which ones do you like the most? What are your go-tos and why?
Well, I really like them all because sometimes they all give you the same answer, and sometimes they give you a little bit. Now, if you don't word what you're trying to say correctly, is going to give you what's called a hallucination. They call it a hallucination. It's gonna sound like it's gonna sound like it's official, but it's gonna be some official garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you just gotta. That's why I use all of them, because it's just like anything. You take the meat and throw the bone away. You know what I'm saying? So some of them gonna give you this, some of them gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying? But until they perfect it, just continue doing your research. But my go-to primarily, my daily driver is ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
It's been pretty reliable, but you know, for backup, I use the rest of them.
Now, are you using like the voice recognition part to ChatGPT, or are you pretty much typing all your things in and letting it kick it out from there?
I type, and sometimes I turn that microphone and just let it talk to me. I talk, hold the entire conversation with it, and it's telling me all the information. But in the background, when the conversation stops, it's still gonna be typed up. So for reference, you know what I'm saying? So
now, are you cutting and pasting and doing things with like
all
maybe
day.
document? Yeah, all day. Yeah.
Some good info. I'm cutting, pasting, saving, putting it in the notes. I'm scanning it. I'm sending it out. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Real quick, man, I found out like here recently, man, I'm gonna have to have surgery. I got a torn rotator cuff, and so I'm gonna have to have surgery here lately. But and I know this is minor, but the doctor sent the results of my MRI, and it was a lot of scientific talk or whatever, and I really couldn't understand, but I just cut and pasted, do it in Chat GPTs, like I said, explain this to me in real talk, and it just kicked it out. It was like, bro, you got a torn rotator cuff, you got a torn, tendon right up here, or damaged tendon right here at the top of your bicep. I mean, it just broke it all the way down, man. So to everybody, anybody watching, man, yes, get into the AI game. You're gonna be left behind if you don't. Yeah, for sure.
Into it, man.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on the news you want to talk about?
Other than that, man, like I said, that's just one thing that I got going on. I'm working on another project, and it's scheduled to start, some deeper discussions next week, and it has to do, going back to creativity, and really going along the theme, of my channel. It's called From Setbacks to Success. And I a lot of what the things that drive me today goes back to something my grandmother told me years ago. My grandmother's from South Side of Chicago, and I remember as a kid, she told me, said the saying to me, she was like, turn your lemons into lemonade. And that was, and I love those old sayings, man, and those, because they sounded simple, and and you maybe not, some of them might have resonated immediately. Some of them, you get that aha moment, years later, like, that's what they were talking about. But I love them because there's so much wisdom built behind those simple sayings that, when you get it, you get it. And so, that being said, I've had some lemons, that have taken place, in my life as of recent. I've had it, in previous years. I've been divorced, I've had a house fire, I've been incarcerated, I've had a lot of, things that been bankrupt, so I've had some setbacks, but I've had some recent ones, and it kind of had me in a place where I'm like, why am I having to go through this stuff once again? We kind of put, I guess, for me, in a lot of cases, right, life has been a roller coaster. I heard somebody tell me that years ago. I didn't really get, understand, but I get it now. I have my peaks, I have my valleys, and it's just been that, and I just expect it to a certain degree to be like that. And I'm sure some people, watching and listening right now, know what that's like as well. But with this most recent one, I found myself kind of thinking the same thing, like, why is this happening once again? But sure enough, man, one of the things, that I needed, or I felt compelled to do, was I just needed some time to just sit, what I mean? Not necessarily just sit, but just what I call it, get back grounded, and while I was getting grounded, I wasn't making a lot of moves. I wasn't making a lot of big decisions. I was just trying to get recentered, man, and get, back focused on purpose and on God. And so, out of that process, that's when these other things, these, ideas, the creativity, started to manifest, and now I believe it's putting me in position to go to another place, in another direction in life, that's creating another level of opportunity. So So, again, man, we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about current news, but also, we're going to give you some inspiration and positivity here as well. Because if you find yourself in a similar situation where you're in the middle of that setback, you're in the middle of that valley right now, take that time,
not alone.
Recalibrate, man, and understand this is not the end. Again, this is just part of the peaks and valleys that we go through, man. And this is just going to be the challenge. That the people before us, our ancestors before us had, some of the things they had to go through, man, to fight through and persevere and to make it to old age. So, none of us are absence of or void of these same types of challenges and the same frequency that we have to go through, man, to get to that point. So, yeah, man, like I said, back feeling great, even though, like I said, I'm gonna be down for a while with my right. Then this is my right arm. It's my most dominant arm, man. So I'm gonna have to deal with having be down with that for a while. But at the end of the day, man, God is still good, and we're gonna still keep pressing and moving forward, man. So yeah.
Prayers up, man. You gonna make it through. You done made it through worse. So
yeah, man, it's been a lot, brother. Yeah, it's been a lot. Stays a lot, but hey, that's what it is, man. And but it's one thing for certain, man. This too shall pass. And yeah, no doubt, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but yo, bro, what anything going on, man? What's popping, man?
Man, I guess these folks must have felt like, boy, he about to leave. Let's promote him. So I've been in training class all day. Evaluations, training class, and all kind of stuff. So we're gonna see what this thing talking about. But other than that, I'm not gonna let it stop me from doing what I need to do to try to get out that truck.
All right. Well, congrats, brother. Congrats on that, man. Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
For some big Coursera classes. Like I took a couple of classes, and then I was like, damn, I might well just sign up for the subscription and just go ahead on and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right now, on the class I'm on now is the supply chain, and I'm like, the foundations of the supply chain, and I'm like, man, some of this stuff, I'm like, I needed to know this.
Yeah,
this is trucking industry stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Coursera is dope, man. I got turned on to it by a friend, and I was like, what? This is accessible to man, that is
and then
everybody, man. Yeah,
we getting a certificate from Harvard and Yale and Rutgers and Duke, Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? You get. I'm waiting for them to put Georgia on there because I want to get me a Bulldog certificate.
Yeah, for the youngest, man, there are no excuses.
There's no
excuses. None. Like you got, man, y'all, if y'all really just understood what y'all really got, compared to how the things that were not available, 15, 20 years ago. Man, y'all
growing up. See, when we was growing up, we was out the house at 18.
That's right.
Gone. Not returning. Can't stay with mama. Cannot stay with her.
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? I was at the house at 18. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, out of there.
And didn't have none of the resources that we got today, man. It's so easy, but now today's kid, boy, they'd be 27, still at the house with the mom.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just got
28 years old, still with mama.
All
the resources in the world,
all that they want to, and unfortunately, it's just, I don't know what it is, but I think, in a lot of cases, sometimes it does take for certain people for, certain types of things to click, but the other piece is, really truly having your back against the wall. When you have that, when you get to that point, when you get your back is against the wall, and the only way that that you're gonna get out of this is if you got to fight, to get out of there. I think that's another component, that people need to have, or for certain mindsets, that sequence needs to happen, man, for them to really activate and start using all the gifts, the abilities, the talent that they have in them, man, to get to where they need and want to go, man. When you get that, man, I mean, shoot, like I said, you got everything here to do it. You got everything out here to do it. It's just, you got to get there so you can get it done. But yeah, bro, man, that's all I got, man. Like I said, it's been a good week. It's gonna be a great, looking forward to another solid week next week, man. And have some dubs to report on, man.
That's right. Next week, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, Thursday night.
That's
we'll be back at it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you tapping in. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow XconMedia, follow From Setbacks to Success, man. Give us a follow. Check out our content. We ain't got nothing but some positivity coming at you, man. Let's go.
XconMedia.